So, earlier today, it was announced that Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury for the second time potentially could be off, and I would say there's a strong potential for this. And it's very disappointing because there's been a lot back and forth. Tyson Fury with Jake Paul and Tyson saying, "I'll bet you 100 grand, I'll bet you a million. Is that all you got?" kind of thing. And it's been the same thing in and out, and excuses that they didn't accommodate the VADA testing, they didn't accommodate this, that, and the next thing, and it can't come because of this, that, and the next thing. And I just want to know the truth. At the end of the day, I really, really like this fight, and I'm a boxing fan through and through. Trying to advance my critical analysis, etc., etc., through the fights. And I've been looking at fights closely for quite a few years now. I've always been interested in boxing since I've been, early teens, and this is something that intrigues me, man. We haven't seen an era of, YouTube guys coming through. We know Jake Paul has been training with good guys behind the scenes for years. World class trainers. He's made a lot of money. We know Tommy Fury comes from a gypsy background, family of fighters. Maybe his heart's not in it, but for the last few years, but he's been doing all right. He's been plodding along, and this is the real first test for Jake Paul. To me, very intriguing fight. Jake Paul's overcome everything, even though everyone's like, he was a wrestler, he was this, he was that. But at the end of the day, he's easily beat those guys. These are, 5-time UFC world champions, and just to overcome them with their mindset and their ability to pick up things is unbelievable to me. They've been training their whole lives for this. They're athletes, and I'm not saying Jake Paul's not, because I know he's been training for American football when he was a kid and all that sort of stuff, and he's always kept fit. But it's just a next level. So I'm very impressed with Jake Paul's performance so far, but I'm very disappointed. I want to know the truth. I know it's a naive outlook, but I want to know the truth of what's happening. And this is an article back from December last year. Tommy Fury versus Jake Paul, fight called off with Britain struggling for fitness. So what does it say here? Fury has a bacterial chest infection and a broken rib. Heartbroken, the bout was off, saying he hoped it could be rearranged. To me, that sounds like pure cap. Sounds like rubbish, man. Followed it's official. He's pulled out of the fight due to medical condition. Who knows what's going on? Yeah, if Jake Paul doesn't know what's going on, how we might know what's going on. Yeah, you can do all the research you want. I fought with a broken nose. I fought sick. He was scared. I don't know if he was scared of knowing what's going on, but it does seem a bit ridiculous. Bacterial chest infection and a broken rib. It seemed completely unrelated to me. It just doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right to me. Well, we look here. Yeah, we don't want to go too deep, but let's have a look what
tries to. Me and my team this morning arrived at Heathrow Airport, ready for the press conference, ready to fly out.
So this was 5 hours ago that Tommy Fury's posted on his Instagram that he was wanting to fly out to New York, Madison Square Gardens for the press conference, but they can't do it. He's banned. Let's listen further and put a bit of analysis and a bit of perspective onto this.
Out, and as soon as he entered the airport, I got pulled to one side, and I was told by the Homeland Security officer that was there that my ESTA had been denied, and I wasn't able to travel to the USA for a reason that I apparently know. I can stand here and say I've done absolutely nothing wrong, and I have no clue why I'm not allowed to travel to the USA. Like I said, I've been training for a fight this whole time, and that's all I've been doing. I have no clue why they would not allow me to travel today, and neither does any of my team or my lawyers. So now I'm having to go to the embassies and all this sort of stuff, trying to resolve it. and I'm in the middle of training, guys. I don't know why this has happened today. It's a massive shock to me and my whole team. Obviously, it is a matter that needs to be resolved. It's government issues. You know, it's a lot bigger than the fight right now, and I'm just trying to get it sorted. But I just wanted to let you all know where it was at. Coming here.
So when I first saw this, I thought, Tommy, you're talking rubbish, man. But you know, he always comes across as this kind of like meek, mild mannered, you know, normal kind of stare in his eyes, and he does have a little panic in his voice, and I kind of feel now, looking back at it a few hours later after my initial knee jerk reaction, that you know it could be legitimate. You know, you do get, especially in this day and age and everything's going on, you get a lot of weirdos about and a lot of strange people get like, you know, a non-explicit term, you know, get the attention of somebody and they're sitting in that airport going, I'm going to mess this guy's day up, you know. I'm bored of security. I'm not letting Tommy Fury in because I'm a fan of Jake Paul. You get people like that. That's fact, man. So you know, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes, and you know, for anyone to jump to conclusions is a bit naive. You know, I know we're all fans at the end of the day, and sometimes you can because you just want to see the fight so bad. You just want to pin the blame on someone, and that's, you know, that's the emotion of the game. You know, but the way I see it, you know, who knows what's going on. I'm starting to believe that Tommy Fury was pulled aside and that potentially something fishy has been going on. You know, obviously for, you know, the the French mainstream have been reporting about Daniel Kinahan for years about, you know, potential links with this, that, and next thing. I'm not gonna say too much on it. Public forum. I don't have all the facts, but you know, the information about him being all around the place. Why is it only in the last few months that, you know, MTK's been shut down and all these people have been banned from the USA, etc. You know, Tyson Fury's been low key about it, but you know, it's pretty much a given now from everything that we've seen in the media and the articles and where he's been fighting and what people have been saying, that you know it's very difficult for him to get into the USA. Potentially, you know, he's suspended at the minute indefinitely, like his father. So maybe Tommy just doesn't want to go over. Who knows? Maybe because he's a Fury. They're saying, mate, you ain't coming to Madison Square Gardens, and that's that. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. And if so, that's life. That is life. You know, you you know you roll with the big timers, and you know when they fall a notch, you fall with them, and that's just how it is. Um, so who knows? But let's see what I think. Jake said something. Tommy, I don't even believe he's written this, man, because he comes across as quite astute, and I don't know why to put Tommy. No matter how hard you try to get out this fight, I'm going to do everything in my power to not let you weasel your way out. My team and my partners have made it clear the steps you need to take to solve your latest excuse. Take them or admit you're scared little so and so. To me, yeah, my first thing was like, yeah, Jake's talking facts, but we don't know what those steps are. But we need some, you know, exploration. We need somebody to tell us what those steps are to clarify the minds of the fans, because otherwise it's just rhetoric. You know, getting limelight on each other for a little bit longer. Who knows? This whole thing could just have been like a, you know, a stunt just to get more fans on Twitter. Who knows? But it is what it is. Do I think Tommy's a little bit nervous? Maybe, but I think he wants to fight, man. You know, from sources I know he's been training hard. So why would he pull out? I don't know. Just seems very very bizarre to me. So I mean, like I said last time, Daniel Belansky, They did quite well, you know. Still a few things to improve on that I mentioned in my previous videos. Anthony Taylor, yes, he struggled against him. There was an MMA guy who's like a midget, if that's the correct term. But maybe because he's a midget, it's just hard to hit, and that's it. Overweight for Jordan Grant. So maybe there is some issues there. That would make sense. But then again, Jake Paul isn't actually fought a real boxer, and I know he's put out a lot of stuff on his YouTube channel about, you know, parodies and comedies about him not fighting a real boxer, and, you know, asking people what they think of Tommy and paying them off and all this sort of banter. But that could be a front as well. So who knows at the end of the day? A lot of psychological games going on. These guys ain't as dumb as they look. And I just want to see the fight. I don't know about you guys, but I just want to see the fight. So there's not much else to say on this one, to be honest. I hope it goes ahead. I hope everything gets resolved. You know, I always thought, you know, John Fury and Tyson weren't going to be there, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Yeah, you've done all the training. You bring somebody over to have in your corner, and just get on with it. I mean, he didn't really have anybody with him when he went to America last time, so he knows how it feels. So let's get on with it. I want to see this fight. I'm excited about this one. I want to know what you guys' thoughts are. So you know the drill by now. Comment, like, subscribe as well. Yeah. Let me know your thoughts on this one. Catch you guys soon. Peace.